What's up, folks? I want to talk briefly, and everybody kept asking me about Paris on my live Google Hangout, and I had no idea what they were talking about. So nevertheless, I got a filibuster of emails after the live broadcast on Google Hangout, and I went to watch a couple of minutes, up to 10 minutes of this Paris thing. And in the first 5 minutes, I could tell it was orchestrated. Okay. So I'm going to talk briefly about that and why police beatings are happening so fast and rapidly right now. And they don't care if you know and see it. And it's a good chance that Obama may remain in office. I'm going to give all my synopsis and decode why they're letting you guys in on a lot of secrets, why they're doing this. And you guys really believe that they care. And that's why they're feminists and showing us and keeping us aware of how corrupt the rich are, which in fact, the news anchors are part of it as well. Okay, let's go to this, man. Lord mercy. A lot of people was asking me about the Paris thing. I didn't too much understand what they're talking about, not trying to be facetious and not was trying to be arrogant. I just didn't know because I don't watch news. But after receiving so many emails, I had to go in and see what they were talking about. And I knew that it was pretty much, it's not a hoax, y'all. I mean, that took place. But basically what they're trying to do, it's a lot of times it's a 50-50 hoax. When they name how many people died, a lot of people really didn't die. But there are a lot of people that did die. And sometimes they do it so well to they can fool you. I remember they had an incident in the UK where this knife guy, he ran down the streets in London and made an attempt to cut somebody's head off. And later, about 3 weeks later, they found out that was a hoax. Nobody died. So the same people they hired to come to the Americas to do the hoax, they do the same thing in the UK. Remember, the Rothschilds run the UK as well as the Americas. You understand what I'm saying? So it's really 50-50 if it really went down. I'm not saying that it didn't, y'all, so don't take me to it. This is why I'm telling you why this is happening. To have everybody in a frantic fear state. And what is the thing that you keep bringing up? Remember, that was an incident about 4 or 5 days ago. I told you guys a guy was carrying a concealed weapon and they shot him. So later we found out the guy can't be found because once again, we live by 5 air bases. That's all military conducted. It's still part of the JHIM. They have to get you in fear mode. If they can get you to believe that your guns are a weapon and you need to release your guns out your homes, they believe they can take you over. But let's just be frank. There's too much technology. There's too much YouTube videos. People are self-educated and they're not going to give up their arms and weapons. Yes, you will have thousands upon thousands to give them away for a gift card. That's the way people operate. But the majority of American people are not giving up their arms and weapons, in which they should not. Even though I don't believe in guns, I don't own a gun, I don't carry guns, I carry medieval weapons. I personally never like guns. I just don't. But I can tell you right now, I'm a sword guy, daggers, bow and arrow, crossbows. I roll like that. And I know how to use them well. I need some more practice in the bow and arrow, but the crossbows and the swords. And I know a lot of y'all going to leave stupid comments, but don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Half of y'all can't even shoot no damn way. You know, I've seen people put a gun on a person point blank and still miss because it's all in breathing. And you have to really have a good, strong arm and keep a focus to hit your object. You can't just pull a gun out and shoot. When that gun hit, when you pull that trigger, it jumps. I've seen people pull guns right in front of them and still miss. How you do that? You ever seen a guy put a gun to a guy's head and still miss? Because they don't know how to shoot. And they're shooting sideways like it's New Jack City, all cute and pretty. That shit only works in movies, man. So nevertheless, all of these attacks and terrors are happening because they're putting you in a frantic scare of fear mongering. And if they can keep you in fear, you will keep asking FEMA and authorities to protect you. That's usually how it works. They have to keep you afraid. They have to keep you on pins and needles. So you say, we need the military. We need the National Guard. We need more police force. You know, and really you guys are asking for your own demise. You're asking for them to hurt you. You're asking for them to come to your town and beat up your sons and daughters. Because look, they're beating up girls now. You know, I know everybody's saying that thing that happened with that girl with the phone in school was a hoax. People, that girl got slammed. Stop bullshitting. She got slammed. She literally got her ass kicked. Now, I'm telling you straight. I'm not telling you that they didn't want nobody to, didn't care if no one saw it, because they didn't. I'm going to hit on that too, why law enforcement is so bold. But that officer have done that in the past where he's never was recorded. That's not the first time he stepped to a young lady and beat her down. That's not the first time he beat a young man down. He has a history of it. This was the first time he was recorded, and nationwide people seen it. So the fact that it was a hoax, usually a hoax is pretty blatant, but they do it in a point where a person is ready for the fall. They're ready for the hit. That chick didn't see that shit coming. He literally slammed her. She felt all that. And he kicked her, I believe, and then he threw her. If you're a stunt person, you're ready for that type of trauma. For a person to be that young and to take that type of hit, I don't think she was practicing on that. If it was a hoax, they just would have shook her, choked her out, something like that. When you deliberately slam someone in the chair, you feel that pain. When you throw someone in a chair across the room, you felt that pain. I don't think that part was a hoax. I do think they wanted you to see that, to get upset and irate so that you will go in the streets and start killing cops. That part I do believe. But for it's the hoax itself, I'm not buying it. That was real. Okay? Call it what you want. The chick felt that pain, man. Anytime you feel pain, the shit's real. When they said those cops were shot in New York, that was fake. Didn't nobody feel no pain. Those cops didn't die. They just relocated them. They never died. There was no blood. Remember those two cops? They say somebody walked up and shot them in the head. That was a hoax. Did anybody get slammed to the ground? Did anybody receive a bullet? Did the kids die at Sandy Hook? See, when things are a hoax, people don't get hurt. But when somebody slammed you, this officer was 100 pounds heavier than that girl. That wasn't a hoax, man. You guys got to know when to say hoax and when it's not a hoax. I'm just telling you like it is. You take it for whatever you want. Okay. The reason police beatings are happening so rampantly, and they don't care if it's black or white, and they never really cared, it's just that when they beat up white people real bad, they cut off the cameras. Now they're leaving the cameras on. Okay. And basically, as I said in one of my shows, or my pay-per-view movies, that they're given the green light by Obama administration that they can do what they want. Now, if you haven't noticed that they are doing what they want and executive orders protect them, are they being prosecuted? Here's a new flash. This just happened probably a day or two ago. Check this out. And I caught this on WorldStar. Now check this out. A dude, they received a call from a guy, a black gentleman, probably in his late 30s, early 40s, that he was domestic. He was on some type of trip drug. Okay. They go to the residence of the apartment complex. He was not a threat. He was high on cocaine. So they handcuffed him. He wasn't saying who he was. He was just all hysteria. So they did the right thing, taking him to the hospital. But when you on drugs and he might have had a drug he wasn't familiar with. He might have thought it was coke, but it was a hippie type of drug that trips you out. So the guy runs to the ER room and the door locks because he might have thought he could just run through the door because he's on a hip drug. He's on one of these trippy drugs. Nevertheless, he runs to the ER door. They don't open. 3 cops taser him. Okay. Really, that's too much. Okay. Give him the benefit of the doubt. He's already at the ER. Let's see what type of drug this guy on. Let's open the doors. Let's drag him to a damn bed and let's put him up, hook him up, lock him to the bed so he's not a threat to others or himself. And let's see what type of trippy drug he's on. They didn't do that. They tased the shit out of him while he's on the ground, handcuff him, then pig style tie his ankles, then put him back in the squad car and taser him some more. They tasered the shit out of him. Now, instead of taking him to the ER, they tried to get him to jail. Well, they take him in the back of the jailhouse. He's unresponsive. They call the fucking ambulance. The ambulance come get him to take him back to the ER where they had him in the first time. He's pronounced dead. He was dead in the back of the squad car. They later ruled that he had an overdose of cocaine because that's what he said he was on. Okay. The cops, since then, that incident happened 2 years ago. They did not want to release the information. They withheld information till everything was boiled over. Now, the information has just released 3 weeks ago. The parents saw it. They are outraged. They're getting a lawyer. And since the man died, all 3 cops have received bonuses and promotions. Why do you think they wanted you to know this? because they're telling you to your face ain't a damn thing you're going to do about it. All you're going to do is pull out your iPhones, your Samsungs, your tablets, your iPads, and say, that's a damn shame. World star, world star. That's all you're going to do. A bunch of sons of bitches that's going to just sit back and go, man, let's march. I have told people over and over, if the cops want to see your ID, let them see it. If they want to search your car, let them search it. Y'all say, no, y'all, that's too much. Listen to what I'm telling you. You will save yourself a whole lot of trouble. If you are faith and if you're a man of the Lord, no weapon forming against you should prosper. And this is something that you have to believe, because I can't give you those beliefs. People keep telling me, what should I do? I'm not the Lord. I am a human being. I'm a man first. You guys are looking for men to pull you out of the ruts and give you faith. You have to get faith on your own and turn to the Heavenly Father, because a man of flesh ain't shit. Now, I'm not telling you I'm dookie. I'm telling you I am a faithful man, and I believe in the Heavenly Father heavily, but I cannot give you faith. I have never heard some absurd gestures. Yash, what can you give me faith? Can I give you faith? And I see how Jim Jones are created, because you guys give man too much power. But see, me being a man of the Most High, and understanding his laws and statutes, I would never take that on myself, because the Lord would come after me personally. So when people try to give me all that power, I say, wait a minute, brother, let's back up. I'm a man. You looking for faith. You need to work on yourself and get in contact with the Heavenly Father, because I can't give you anything of that nature. I can give you advice. I can show you great videos, and I can show you proof that this stuff happened through video. If you want documentations in the book, I suggest that you call up Barnes & Noble. Okay. But for the most part, I don't know what to tell you. And when people ask me things like that, I tend not to respond and just do a show and put it in my synopsis, because those people are looking for some way easy out other than doing it themselves. Can't nobody give you faith. That's retarded to me. I would never take on a role like that's that Jim Jones cult shit. Sons and daughters, follow my voice. I was sent by the Heavenly Father to tell you we can take mankind. All that bullshit, man. I don't roll like that. I'm probably one of the realest guys that y'all ever meet, because most people of my stature be trying to act like they the prophet of the Most High, and they be doing crazy shit like that. I refuse. I'm a damn man. I pull my pants down and take a shit just like you. I stand at the commodes and take a piss like you. I put on my socks and shoes like you. I eat. I work out. I do like whatever human being does. The only difference between me and you, I know the Heavenly Father through the Spirit. Like he told us to connect. We can't connect to the Lord through the flesh. How do we do that? We fast. Everything we thought we know, we throw it out. We come back as a babe. We let the Father lead us and not man. And we walk this thing a tightrope. Things that we don't want to hear, we do hear. And things that we can't accept, we accept, because it's a hard life to live by the laws and statutes and commandments. That's why most people don't want to hear this. They want smooth things. They want us to say it in a way that it's not so hard but pleasing. When I tell you every celebrity that has a name and endorsement deal have sold out and sucked ding-a-ling and took it in the booty and eat poop and eat menstruation blood, I'm telling you they do. You guys are making exceptions. Well, what about so-and-so? What about the jazz? What about the classical? All of them. There's no exceptions in being famous. Well, the jazz musicians don't have to suck dick. Only those popular rock and rollers and pop stars and NBA and NFL, all them niggas. Now, everybody on the NFL team hasn't sold their soul, because some of the guys make 100, 200,000 a year. I call them bench warmers. They're not starting. But the starters who are in the millions, all these star quarterbacks like Luck, Colts, it's amazing that he plays for the Colts, because he follows Colts. You know what I mean? Rituals and shit. LeBron, all these guys that got names, they have to do these rituals, right? There's no exceptions. Polices, do they do it? A lot of people, well, do law enforcement do it? Yeah. If they're high up, if they've been cleared to see certain formalities, they have a high clearance. Yes. There are some law enforcement they're up there with the military, and they see things that they can't even speak of. And some of them know about the synthetics. Synthetics are clones. There are a lot of high officers ranking. Don't look at some police officers like they're Rudy Poos, because some of them been chosen to be up there with the military. Not all of them. The majority of them just foot soldiers. They have no idea what I'm talking about. But the lieutenants and the ones that's real high up there, like the mayors of the city, because the mayor is over the police force. I don't know if y'all know that. So anyway, they have been shown things that most people have never seen. And a lot of the mayors know about the synthetics. And that's what a lot of them do. That's why a lot of them drink. They drink, man. They get high because they can't believe that they living in this metrics. They can't believe the things that they see, and they can't speak about it. Sometimes the wives don't know. Some of these guys work for the CIA and they live a double life. They kill for a living, but the wife don't know it. And hey, let me let you in on this. Some guys that are so high up in military and in law enforcement, they rape women. And y'all say, what you mean? They go out, confiscate women, rape them, and put them into drug trafficking. They get paid to do that. See, they have to make a life of crime in order to keep their jobs. They have to make things happen to keep their jobs. So a lot of times when you hear about girls getting kidnapped, law enforcement do it. They get paid to do it, man. They have people on payroll that go out and look all scrummy and bummy, but they're part of the CIA unit, and they go out and kidnap women and rape them, sometimes kill them. And they have to do that to make it look like a high crime so they can enforce laws. It sounds pathetic, don't it? You'd be surprised what your government do. Lord mercy. You have no idea, y'all. No, but sooner than later, they're going to stop hiding these things and they're going to start showing you. Okay. And last, the whole Paris thing was a whole hoax. Not a hoax, but it was a thing that make you believe it was a hoax and to get you on that hoax praise. Now, see, you got to stop calling everything a hoax, because how they do it, that's going to be real shit happening. Y'all going to think it's a hoax. So you remember the movie called Cry Wolf? When he ran to the barn, he ran to where they having supper. Dad, yeah, what's wrong, son? The wolf is killing the chickens. They run out there with the guns, right? 2 hours later, Dad, he's out here for real now. They run out there with the gun. The third time, the wolf came for real. And they said, oh, shut the hell up, Russ. And all they heard was kill. Well, Yash, what's your point? You keep thinking everything is a hoax. You got to be in the spirit to see how Satan rolls. Satan does things in the spirit and not the flesh. Keep thinking everything you see is a hoax. And when they get ready to fuck you up, you're going to think that's a hoax and it's really going to be the real deal. You got to understand how these people work. They work by the moon, that satellite moon that they watch. Okay. They do everything by blood offering. They do everything with numerology and astrology. You guys keep calling everything a hoax, you're going to miss. I'm not saying what you've been seeing is a hoax, because that's what they want you to think. After you have seen so many hoax, you begin to think everything is a hoax. And this shit is real. That shit in Paris could have been real. I haven't really went in depth, but a lot of it happened for real. Okay? So don't think what's happened in Paris won't happen in the USA. And last, the question comes up. Will Barry remain in office? Well, I can't tell you yes or no. I can only tell you it's a good chance, because if these things keep happening and occurring, he has to remain in. Okay? Every president across the land would keep their seats, and all the Congress would stay in their seats, and the senators the way it is. No one would leave. Everyone would stay the same. So the whole ordeal is, why is these things happening, and why is this coming to pass, and why is everybody not aware and not caring? Most people are just walking around like zombies. Half the people and politicians are synthetics. They're clones. They're not real. And please don't ask me to tell you who. I think you guys, you want all your answers on a platter. You want everything at your fingertips, and you ain't going to do shit about it. Most of y'all just talk shit, especially the ones that say, where's the proof? They just on YouTube for entertainment. And I guarantee you, when they saying where's the proof, they got a beer in their hand. And, you know, they probably been watching Pornhub all day. They probably tired from busting nuts, and they probably screw hookers for a living. You know what I'm saying? They don't have shit going on in their life. They don't bleed shit. You can give some people DVDs, CDs, audio. You can give them everything, and they can watch it before their eyes and see the government confessing to what they're doing. You know what they still say? Man, you know those hired actors, that shit ain't real. So what I be telling y'all, stop trying to give this to everybody. Fuck them. Only deal with those who have an ear. Man, I don't give a shit. Everybody don't believe this. It's not for you. And I don't care what you say, how you say it, do whatever you must. But those who have an ear, keep moving. You don't have to get irate with them and they get mad, and let them do what they must, because without haters, we don't have a word. The haters spread the gospel, believe it or not. Yeah, did y'all know that? The more people that hate you, the more famous you become. I don't know if y'all know how that rolls, but that's just how it goes. Okay? So I'm going to stop there. I think I hit on everything I wanted to. And there's a good doggone chance that Obama can remain in office. All it takes is America's now. Now, I give you my brief synopsis, what I think will happen to the Americas. So I told you 2016 is not even here. We're going to the sixth seal. The fifth seal we're already living in. And then when that movie come out in January, the fifth wave, go watch it. And y'all gonna think that's what's coming. But in that movie called The Fifth Wave, those are things that's already done happened. So if those things have already happened, what does that mean in the present? That we're going to the sixth seal. Now, why do they choose the UK to do something in Paris? Because they always practice in the UK first before they bring it to the Americas. They want to see how y'all take it. And most Americans sit back going, that's why I love America, man. They protect us, you know what I'm saying? As long as these white folks complain, we good. Y'all think white folks is gods. They don't give a fuck about whites. No more than they do your black ass. Puerto Rican, Dominican, Republican, they don't give a fuck. They beating white people down like motherfucker. They've been beating them down. They just turn off their body cam when they get ready to do it. Now they beginning to say, fuck it, let the whites show too. They beat the shit out that boy that was jaywalking. Shit, I'm telling you. Come on, man. I mean, I saw a dude running from the cops. I don't know if he was white, black, light-skinned, and they beat the shit out of him. He ran to an alley, and they didn't think there was a camera watching, but it was a camera hidden. And somebody the cops beat him at like Rodney King. They beat him so bad, the motherfuckers was tired. You know that 95% of the cops are overweight, right? And none of them, they can't, them motherfuckers so tired. He beat the dude so bad, he almost had to have an oxygen mask. Them motherfuckers, I mean, they was tired, man. Shit, if the dude that was running had a little bit more wind, he could have outran him. But he was out of shape. And when he turned that corner, he was tired. They tackled him to the ground and beat the living shit out of him. Kicking him. They don't care. And you can see that one black dude walking to the corner to see if anybody saw anything. And he didn't know they was being watched. But they don't care. I believe sometimes they want it to be shown. Oh, we could block it. Well, show it. We don't give a shit. They don't, because they've been given the green light. People, just know this. It's a good chance, a damn good chance, that Obama might remain in office. I'm just telling you straight. They have to create an event. America's going to get it too. That's why if I was y'all, I would refrain from doing a whole lot of shopping this year. I would refrain from standing outside at these long malls waiting on a deal. I would refrain from going to a lot of sport games, because they plan to do something sick before the end of 2015. If they don't get it before the end of 2015, they will definitely do it beginning of 2016. They have to. They got to put you in fear mode. And when America started to get in fear mode, what's the point of doing it? What did they do to Paris? Martial law. Now, once they do this, anybody they think is a criminal, they have a right to come in your house. They don't need a search warrant no more. The Supreme Court said, hey, they can do what the fuck they want. Didn't they not come in the Asian woman's house while she still had her towel on, took the damn towel off, and still searched, butt ass naked? All I'm saying is this, man. Look, there's a good chance that Obama could remain in office. And I just hope that the people who have their head on straight understand that this is not a joke and this is not a test. You guys haven't seen hysteria as we get ready to start living in the sixth seal things that you can only see in the movies will start happening before your fucking eyes. And I don't say this literally. I'm telling you straight. And it's mighty funny. A lot of y'all want to say that I'm talking out my ass, but these things will come to pass. So who's talking out of whose ass? Okay? Just think about that before you talk out your ass. You know, so I'm going to go ahead and end it. And let me know your thoughts, man. You know, this my show goes to speaker, #1, but it's also it's transferred to YouTube. So let me know. So I'll talk to y'all real soon. Y'all be easy, man. Yash Kara in the S-House.